Good morning, everyone. I hope you all are doing good and going great. This is your English subject video, and my name is Shabana Baloch. So, today is 11th of December, and 11th of December is an important date. On 11th of December, we celebrate International Mountain Day. International Mountain Day is celebrated on 11th December every year to educate children and people about the role the mountains play in providing fresh water, clean environment, food, and recreating. So remember that 11th of December we celebrate as International Mountain Day. If we talk about date, in our calendar there is a very unique date, that is 1st of April. You all are aware about that date, right? 1st April is celebrated as April Fool Days. On this day, we try to fool each other by doing mischievous tricks. Have you ever got fooled by someone, or have you ever played a prank on someone on April Fool Day? Of course, yes. I guess we always try to make fool each other on 1st of April. That is a very common thing in India as well as abroad too. On 1st April, we try to create imaginative stories and people believe on it. And this thing makes us feel happy. You must have played practical jokes on your friends, right? Now, what is practical joke? A trick that you play on someone that makes him or her look silly and makes other people laugh. We all do pranks on others. Here are some pictures you can see about pranks. I hope you all did this somewhere. But you know what? Pranks you can do just for fun, right? But there are two sides of it. One is negative and one is positive. While pranking someone, you should know the limitations, right? If it is on the extreme level, definitely you have to face the consequences and harmful effect. But if it is positive, then people may laugh on it. There are endless number of humorous stories, serials and books are available which makes us happy. When we read it, we feel happy and it makes us laugh. So today we are going to read a humorous story with an ironical ending. Now what is ironical ending or what is irony? Irony is something when you expect something but at the end you get something else. There is a surprise. The story is not according to your expectation, and at the end, you get something else in the result. So, let's see what is there in this story. So, today we are going to read a beautiful story, a very beautiful humorous story. The name is The Open Window. As we are going to start this new chapter, I request all of you to take out your pencil, textbook, and open page number 95. I guess everyone is ready with their pencil and book, right? So in this story, there is a girl who is very mischievous and she, has the talent to create an imaginative story. So let's see what is there in this story. My aunt will be down in a few minutes, Mr. Nuttall said a very confident young lady of 15. In the meantime, you must try and put up with me. As Frampton Nuttall followed the young lady into the quaint drawing room, he tried to say the correct something which should flatter the niece without disparaging the aunt who was yet to come. Privately, he doubted more than ever whether these visits to total strangers would do much to help the nerve cure which he was supposed to be undergoing. Now here in first paragraph you see that there are two main characters. One is 15-year-old lady and second is Mr. Nuttall. So Mr. Nuttall is waiting for that girl's aunt. Alright. So meanwhile, the girl said that, Mr. Nuttall, you just sit over here and wait for some time. In some time, my aunt will come. Now, Mr. Nuttall is very confused that what he is going to do. Here we can see that Mr. Nuttall is suffering from some kind of nerve issue, and he came to that place to to get some cure and to change his environment. Might he is not getting well where he was living earlier. The girl and Mr. Nuttall both are strangers to each other, and Mr. Nuttall is discussing about his nerve cure to that young girl. I hope you have understood these two paragraphs. I know how it will be. His sister had said when he was preparing to migrate to this rural retreat, you will bury yourself down there and not to speak a living soul, and your nerves will be worse than ever from mopping. I shall just give you letters of introduction to all the people I know there. Some of them, as far as I can remember, were quite nice. So here Mr. Nuttall is talking to that 15-year-old girl that his sister, means Mr. Nuttall's sister, suggested Mr. Nuttall to come over there and stay in village for some days, so so that he can cure his disease, because in the city you can see there are so much of pollution and traffic, and for that reason people take time to cure themselves. So his sister said that, I know in this village few people, those people will help you out. If you want to stay somewhere, those people will help you. And for that reason, his sister gave him few letters so that he can go to the village, give that letter to the village person, and village person will help Mr. Nuttall to cure from his disease. Alright, so here in first line we can see that, I know how it will be. Who is saying this line? This line is said by Mr. Nuttall's sister. Mr. Nuttall's sister said that, I know how it will be for you to migrate from city to a village. Rural retreat means to go somewhere in village place, and it will be very difficult for Mr. Nuttall because he doesn't know anybody over there in village. He is totally stranger, and also he is suffering from a disease. And in next line we can see here, your nerves will be worse than ever from mopping. Here mopping means sad. So his sister gave him few letters so that he can use that letter and stay for some time at village. I hope you have understood this paragraph also. Moving ahead, coming back to the reading. Hardly a soul, said Frampton. My sister was staying here some 4 years ago, and she gave me letters of introduction to some of the people here. He made the last statement in a tone of distinct regret. Then you know practically nothing about my aunt, pursued the self-obsessed young lady. Only her name and address, admitted the caller. He was wondering whether Mrs. Sapleton was in the married or widowed state. An undefined something about the room seemed to suggest masculine habitation. So here in above line, as Miss Sapleton was not aware about Mr. Frampton, and Mr. Frampton is unaware about Mrs. Sapleton. So the girl is trying to get information out of Mr. Frampton, and he said that, I don't know anything about Miss Sapleton, whether she is married or widowed. He doesn't know anything about Mrs. Sapleton. Mr. Frampton has only information about his name and his address, and when he sat inside the room, he saw that so many masculine things are there in the room. So he judged that might be Mrs. Sapleton is married, or he is having kids or something. So this much information only Mr. Frampton had. Now coming back to the reading, let's see what will happen next. Her great tragedy happened just 3 years ago, said the child. That would be since your sister's time. Her tragedy? Asked Frampton. Somehow, in this restful country, spot tragedy seems out of a place. You may wonder why we kept that window wide open on an October afternoon, said the niece, indicating a large French window that opened onto a lawn. It is quite warm for the time of the year, said Frampton, but has that window got anything to do with the tragedy? Here we can see that little niece started to create a story and she said that a tragedy happened 3 years ago. Why 3 years ago? Because 4 years ago her sister already left. So she made a very good connection that 3 years ago a tragedy happened when your sister was not here. Mr. Frampton is in dilemma that it is a very restful country. So how any tragedy is possible? So now the niece has started to create a story and she said that you may wonder why we kept that window wide open in the October afternoon. So she is making and portraying a story that that why we are opening that window in the afternoon. So Mr. Frampton said that just because it is a warm afternoon, so air can pass by. For that reason, you may open this window. Now, Mr. Frampton is thinking that what is the tragedy? Now, in next paragraph, we'll see. Out through that window 3 years ago to a day, her husband and her two younger brothers went off for their day shooting. So here the girl is saying that 3 years ago from this window they went out for shooting and they never came back, and this is the time, it's been 3 years, they didn't come back. In crossing the moor to their favorite shooting ground, they were all three engulfed in a treacherous piece of bog. Now the girl is saying that when they were shooting at that place, they were all engulfed. Engulfed means to sink or to drown in a treacherous. Treacherous means dangerous, and a piece of bog. Bog means a wetty land. So when they were doing the shooting at that time, they three of them were bogged very dangerously. It had been that dreadful wet summer, and that was a very dangerous summertime. And girl added that, and place that was safe in other years gave way suddenly without warning. Their bodies were never recovered. They That was the dreadful part of it. Even she said that their bodies were not recovered, and it was a very dreadful means very dangerous and very and a very painful part of it. Here the children's voice lost its self-possessed note and became frighteningly human. Here you can see in this picture that how that girl is discussing all this story, like imaginative story, with Mr. Frampton Nuttall, and Mr. Nuttall is listening very carefully. Poor aunt always thinks that they will come back someday. They and that little brown spaniel. So here the girl is saying that aunt is still hoping that one day three of them will come and a little brown spaniel. Spaniel is a little dog. So that was lost with them and walk in at a window just as they used to do, and one day they will come back from that window the way they were earlier used to come from that window. And that is why the window is kept open every evening till it is quite dusk. So she is saying that till evening. Dusk means evening time or sunset time. So she is saying that with her acting voice, and very she is acting like she is having pain, and she is very painfully she is describing this real story as the story is fake, but she is pretending like she is very much in pain, and describing the story to Mr. Nettle. Poor dear auntie, she has often told me how they went out, her husband with his white waterproof coat over his arm, and Ronnie, her younger brother, singing Belty, why do you bound? As he always did to tease her, because she said it got on her nerve. Do you know, sometimes on still, quiet evening like this, I amongst get a creepy feeling that they will walk in through that window. Here the little girl is again making fool to Mr. Nettle by saying that I always see auntie used to talk with me about his husband that they went out, and Ronnie, his younger brother, will also come one day, and she is waiting for them every day, and she is thinking that one day they will definitely come back from this window. So this kind of story this little girl is making in front of Mr. Nettle. So by this way she has created a very beautiful story, an imaginary story. Now in next paragraph we will see what will happen. Whether the story is real or fake, we will come to know in the next part. I hope you all have understood till here. So we will end this session. Before that, I would like to give you a little homework. In the homework, what you have to do is the words which are written in red. You have to write those words in your notebook and try to memorize those words. Alright? So, these words will enhance your vocabulary. I hope you all have understood what is your homework. This is all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.